The American Revolution was a very important turning point in America's history because without it, we wouldn't be the United States today. There were a lot of things that led to the American Revolution, but I'm only going to share 3 right now. The first cause of the American Revolution was the Stamp Act. The Stamp Act was a tax on all papers the colonists owned. This infuriated the colonists. The second cause of the American Revolution were the Townshend Acts. The Townshend Acts were taxes on most important goods from Britain, including tea, glass, paint, and more. The final cause of the American Revolution were the Intolerable Acts. The Intolerable Acts were a punishment on Boston, closing the Boston Harbor and placing Massachusetts firmly under British control. The Continental Army had plenty of strengths, like having the home field advantage. Another was their commander, General George Washington. Washington was an experienced military leader who helped the Continental Army many times over. The Continental Army's final strength was the Americans' patriotism. Many Americans were willing to die for their beliefs, unlike the British. Although the colonists had many strengths, their weaknesses far outnumbered their strengths. They were constantly short of men, food, uniforms, and ammunition. After the retreat of Long Island, many soldiers were ready to pick up their muskets and head home. Thomas Paine knew it was time to act. Paine released The Crisis, a pamphlet talking about the war and to stay in it. And I quote, "These are the times that try men's souls. The summer soldier and the sunshine patriot will, in this crisis, shrink from the service of their country. But he that stands it now deserves the love and thanks of man and woman." End quote. This inspired patriots to keep fighting for the cause of the revolution. After the pep talk, many soldiers were ready to fight. Christmas morning, Washington and his troops crossed the Delaware River in the dead of the night, surprising the German Hessians in Trenton, New Jersey, taking 868 prisoners and losing nada. The victory in Trenton made more colonists feel like they could actually stand a chance against the #1 army in the world. Washington revised his strategy after the battle, planning to do the hide-and-seek strategy, just attacking them and then retreating before Britain could plan a counter. Also, Britain made a plan to attack the Continental Army in New York, but the other general went to Philadelphia. Despite this, Britain attacked the Continental Army and repeatedly got beat back until he surrendered on October 17, 1777. France heard of this and decided that the Americans could actually win this war. France then allied with America, sending them soldiers, ammunition, and other supplies. Winter soon set in and the colonists settled into Valley Forge. Conditions were harsh, and without food and blankets, many soldiers froze or starved to death. But the Continental Army was able to train and were much better equipped because of their new ally, France. Tired of chasing the Continental Army, the British Army settled in Yorktown for a break. Washington took this opportunity to surround Yorktown with French warships blocking off the harbor, making Britain unable to escape. Many British soldiers were killed until General Cornwallis surrendered on October 17, 1781. 8,000 British soldiers slowly walked out of Yorktown, some of them even crying. General Cornwallis said he was too sick to attend, when in reality he couldn't get over the fact that they would have to surrender. Even though the war was practically over, King George III refused to surrender to America for 2 years until he accepted defeat. The Treaty of Paris was signed in 1783. It claimed that Great Britain would accept America as an independent country, give up all its claims from the Atlantic Ocean to the Mississippi River, and that the Americans would give rights and property back to the Loyalists, seeing that they were unfairly treated in the war.